Hi, welcome to my IGCSE ICT YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to discuss on May June 2021 paper 22 data manipulation. So data manipulation is the skill which is going to do with database. So you have to get ready with your evidence document and we will move on to task 3. So in task 3, you're going to prepare a database. So first of all, using a suitable database package, import the file given to you, and it is a CSV file. So first of all, let us go through a quickly. Okay, in this table, you're going to have total time, run 1, T1, byte, T2, and run 2 with a special data type in the format HHMMSS. And race number is the primary key. So to do this, first thing of all, we must create a access database. So create a blank desktop database. I'm going to save it in my folder. So I will use task 3 as my database name. And we're going to import the file. So to import the file, external data tab. Then CSV is a text file, so we go to the text file and browse to navigate to get your source file. So we're going to import this file. Open. So next. So always cross-check the first row with your field name. So we can see that very clear our first row contains the field name. So we'll check the checkbox first row contains field name. Then go to the advanced button in order to move on to the import specification. So over here we can cross-check to ensure that our import data with the correct field name and the data type. So race number is a number data type, no problem. And the date total time is date time. So all these are date time format. Then short text and then position is number. So just click OK. Next. So here we're going to assign the primary key. The primary key should be race number. So we set the primary key to race number. Then next. Finish your import. So after you finish the import, always open the file to cross-check whether you have the correct data is being imported or not. So we can see very clear these are the correct data in the correct formatting. And you can go to your import specification. Always double check with your file structure. Okay, so this one no problem. Then next, import the category file as a new table in your database, and all these field names should be in text data type, and we are having cat code as the primary key. So we need to import one more time. So external data, data source, new data source, file, CSV is a text file. So browse, go for your categories.csv, open, import it as a new table, then OK. So next, so first row, again, we can double check with our question paper. So field name is cat code until gender. And we have the same thing in the first row. So check the checkbox, first row contains field name. Then we can cross-check. All of them should be in text data type under import specification. Then next, go to set the primary key. So we need cat code as the primary key. So we set cat code as the primary key, then finished. So next questions, we need to import another file. So in this question, there are 3 tables. We have the next tables called outcomes as a new table, and we have 3 fields and also 2 with text data type, and 1 is Boolean or logical, and they want you to show yes or no. and stat code is the primary key. So what we have to do is, again, we perform external data, new data source, import as a text file. So this row we're going to import outcomes, new table. So next, so the first row contains the field name, advanced. So double check, because the rank is going to be in Boolean or logical. So in access, we're going to show it as yes or no. So click OK. So next, so we're going to set the primary key. Stat code is the primary key. Then finished. So you can double check, open the table, because mine have been showing with this checkbox. So I need to go to the design view, change my yes or no data type for the rank field, change the format to show as yes or no, and the lookup should be in a text box. So the lookup should be in text box. So just save your data structure and it will show in text box. So you can save it. And next one, you have to actually place in your evidence screenshot the primary keys, field name, data type for use in all the three tables. So let's open the evidence. So when you have the evidence, first thing of all, remember to perform save as with a correct file format document. So save it. Then we are going to prepare our evidence number 5. So in evidence number 5 for the database task, we need to show the three tables with all the field name, key, primary key, and the data type. So go to each of the table, open the table in the structure view. So the first table we're going to screenshot is this one. You need to make sure that the primary key are shown clearly. So I'm going to paste it. So this is the screenshot for the field name. I just mentioned the table. So this is the table for category. Then we need to show for another one. So do it launch. So this round, screenshot again. So put it in your evidence. So this is the table. So second table, 1, 2, and I need the third table. So I will put it together in the same page. Okay. So I'm having the outcomes table. So in the outcomes table, we're going to put in the outcomes and then structure view. Make sure when you screenshot the field, the table name is shown clearly. So this is how we prepare the evidence number 5. So after this task, next we go to question number 20. You have to create one-to-many relationship as the link between cat code in the category table and cat code in the Deutschland table, and then stat code in the outcomes table and the stat code in the Deutschland table. So we have to create the relationship. First thing of all, please remember to close all the tables you are having. Make sure you didn't open any one of the table. Then go to the database tools, relationship. So add the three tables into your relationship workspace. So we are going to do for the first one, cat code, click, drag, point to cat code in the Deutschland table, check and force referential integrity to create the relationship. So you have one-to-many relationship here. Then the stat code from the outcome table, point to the stat code in the Deutschland table. Again, enforce referential integrity. So we have one-to-many relationship here. So save your relationship and you can screenshot this, put it in your evidence document for evidence number 6. So this is what you need to prepare in evidence number 6 here. So we move on to question number 21. In question 21, you have to enter the following detail as a new record into the decathlon table. So these are the details we need to key in, and make sure that there is no error in your typing and you save the data. So always remember, okay, if the question never asks you to create the form, it's not compulsory for you to create the form. So in this case, you just need to close your relationship and then go to the decathlon table. Make sure you click on this add new record icon or button, okay, blank record or new record. So over here, you type in the details as needed. So like this is the details we need to type in. So the first one we type in DIN, DHESHIRE, and then 1984. So you just need to always refer to your work, okay, GBR. So here, GBR, and then 1193, and you type in the time, so 014408, then 002940, and continue P1, so 000120, so 0000120, and the byte is 005250, T2 is 000158, run 2 is 0018, sorry, 001820, and then AGM 35. Next one should be fin and 52 or 53, so FIN, and last one is 53. So once you're done, remember to save. Okay, Control S to save, or you press the save button on the top left corner. So after we save the data, now we go to next question, question number 22. So in question number 22, you have to use the field from all table to produce a tabular report where select the records where the race category is Elite Pro, then the start code does not include fins. So when we see the keyword does not include, actually we are doing not. So does not, don't include. So you're using the not operator. Okay, then show only the field, so race number, first name, last name, nationality, race category, status, and rank in this order. And with the data display in full, do not group the data. Then sort the data in descending order of status. Page orientation should be portrait, single page. Okay, your report should be single page. Include the title, include only the text non-ranking elite athletes as a title in a larger fonts at the top of the page, and your candidate's details on the report. So this is what you need to print for your report. So always remember, okay, when we need to produce a report, we are actually doing first thing, do in the query. So this is what we need to do for the query out or extract out the data needed. Then after that, only continue to do with the report. So this is what we need to do for the two parts. So let's go to create our query first. So go to create, query design, include all the three tables. You need to include because they are interrelated. Okay, they are interrelated. So select the field needed. So we have race number, first name, last name, nationality, race category, status, and rank. So we select them. First one is race number. Double click to select, then first name, and then last name, then nationality, then race category. So race category is not from the decathlon table. We have to go to the category table. Okay, and then status is in the outcome table, so you need to double click to select from that, and the rank table, and the rank from the outcome table. So after you select the field needed, you can run to have a look. These are all the field needed, and we're going to apply the criteria. So our searching criteria is race category is Elite Pro, and stat code do not include fins. So we go to race category. Under criteria, we put in Elite Pro with double quotation because this is the text data, and then the stat code. Okay, even though we don't show it in our report, right, in our query, we can always include the stat code but don't show because we don't need it to be shown. So we need it to exclude. So you can run and have a look. Oh, sorry, the exclude not fin, because fin is the keyword, then not is to remove it. So we should have 28 records to be actually extracted out. So you can first thing save this query. So I'm going to use the report title to save my query. So this is the query we saved up. So after you save the query, now you can proceed with the report because you already got the data to include in your report. So go to create report wizard to create the report. So we're going to select the query because we already stand by or get ready the data we need to show. So select all the field needed. So from here, we can check whether it is being grouped or not. This is by how we are going to show our report, because if you click on by category, they will actually group the data according to the category. Okay, so next, no grouping needed. So next, sorting I will do it later on, because if we do it in this over here in the report wizard, they will actually pull out the status field become the first column, which we are not following the sequence as requested by the question. So this one we will do it later on. So next, so we want the tabular layout of the report, and it's in portrait orientation. So next, so put in the title here. So the title of your report is non-ranking elite athletes, ATHLETES. So preview the report. Finish. So when you preview a report, it's very clear. You can see that there's some hashtag and the data is not fully shown. So we can adjust in the layout view. So we can put it in the layout view by adjusting all the data to ensure that all the data are fully shown. So the first column is actually the race number. So we have to adjust until the word race number is shown clearly. One advantage of do the adjustment in the layout view is you can always scroll down to cross-check whether all your data is fully shown or not. Okay, so I will scroll down like this. So you can click on the field needed, the field name needed, and then press down the control key on your keyboard, select the data like this. You click the field, press down the control key, select the field, press down the control key, select the data. So when you adjust, you are actually moving the data and the field name together. So it's very neat when you do the adjustment. And as I mentioned just now, the advantages of doing the adjustment like this is you can always scroll down to cross-check and ensure that all your data are fully visible. Then this is actually the line, the margin, okay, where how our data is going to be presented. Then you can always switch to the print preview to have a look on how the data should be printed out. So I found out that my rank is not really shown because missing, right? So what I have to do is I need to actually do some readjustment to ensure that the rank field is fully visible. because I can see that over here there's some missing, there's some words which is very small. So I do it in the design view, which will be slightly easier for me to adjust. Okay, and can see, okay, we can switch around in different layout. So we need to adjust some more. So you can also use the left and right arrow key to help you when you do this adjustment. So this is within one page and all the data are fully visible. So in the print preview, it's clear like this. Okay, so the next thing we have done this no grouping. So we're going to show that, okay, sort the data in the descending order of status. So go to the layout view under group and sort, add sort and status. So we want descending order, so Z on top. So descending order. So you can cross check from here. It is descending order. So the sorting already done. It is in portrait, single page, title also done. So next last thing is you need your candidate's details is on the report. So we have to put it in the page footer. So I will adjust some place to include the candidate's detail. Since the question never mentioned, we have to remove the page number and the date, so I will just maintain it over there. So to put your candidate's detail, we are using the label to display our data. So here we're going to put in the full name, center number, and candidate's number. So you can actually change this field to black color. And always remember to cross-check in the print preview. Ensure that your candidate's details are fully visible. So this is how you should do, and you can print it out. This is your printout number 2. So after we done this question, let's move on to our question 23. So question 23, you need to actually using the field from duathlon and category table to produce a tabular report. So remember, it's only from these two tables. So select the record where nationality is GBR or IRL, gender is male, then the date of YOB is between 1982 and 2001 inclusive, and it should contain a new field. So this is a field calculated at runtime. So calculated at runtime meaning that it is a calculated field. Okay, so it's deduct the year of YOB from the current year, which is 2021. Format this field to display integer format. Okay, then show only the fields. So these are the fields we would like you to show in the order, and do not group the data. Then sort the data in ascending order of nationality, descending order of positions, landscape orientation, single page wide, and the text senior male UK result as the title display in a larger font size at the top of the page. Calculates the numbers of athletes, place it at the end of the report, format it as integer again, and put a label on to the left of this value, and display only your name, center number, candidate's number in the footer as it appear on every same positions for every page, and make sure no other data display in the footer. So this report, we only need your candidate's details at the footer. So same thing, we're going to do for the query first. So you're going to do for the query first, and then go for the report. Okay, so extract the data first. So the calculator field, let's see what is YOB data being stored. So I can close all this now, and we go to our data, YOB is displayed in only the year. So in this case, we can just do a quick calculation. So include only the two table, duathlon, and another table is category. So include the category table. Okay, so select the required field now. So the required field is first name, then last name, nationality, gender, YOB, and then athlete age. So athlete age is the calculated field, as you can see here. This is the calculated field. So we're going to do the formula now. So the calculated field ATHLETE underscore AGE. So using colon, so it's 2021 this year. Okay, current year. So but in today's case, since I do it in this year 2022, so it will be 2022. Okay, then minus the YOB. So YOB is a field name, so it must spell exactly the same. Okay, I put it 2022 because I record it right now, so the date is current year. Okay, then next one we need to include is run 1, and then T1, and then bike, and then T2, run 2, total time, and position. So you can scroll to the side and confirm. So you can run the query, have a look. So this is shown in the integer value. Okay, then we can actually do the filter now. So our filter, we want the query to query out nationality, GBR, and IRL. So nationality, let's go to nationality. So either one. So double quotation GBR or double quotation IRL. So either one. So when you run, you can see that only left this. So now we have 157 records. Let's continue. Next part, we need to select gender is male. So we want the male record. So let's see how they spell for the male record for their gender. So gender is stored in the category. So yes, they also spell it as MALE. So we go to double quotation MALE for the category under gender. So when you run the query, now you have even lesser record returned to you. So we have about 97 compared to just now 157. Okay, then next one is the year YOB is inclusive 1982 and 2001. So we're going to include so YOB between 1982 and 2001. So this is our searching clause. So when you run the query, now you should have 42 records returned to you. So if there's no problems in your calculations, then this is what we should save for our query. So I'm going to use the report title to save my query. Then we're going to generate the report now. So click on the query we generated, go to create report wizard. So choose the query we selected. Next, so no grouping required. Then sorting, we will do it later on. This round, we need to do our page orientation in landscape. So let's move it in landscape. Next, so type in the title, senior male MALE UK results. So finish. So when you finish, you can see there's a lot of hashtags. So meaning that we need to do a lot of readjustment to ensure that all our data are fully visible. So same thing we need to perform. So every time when you adjust already, remember to scroll down, cross-check, ensure that all your data are fully visible and they are not overlapping with the other records. So to adjust this needs to take some time. So when you answer your question, you need to plan your time properly. Make sure you have enough time to solve your questions. So when we adjust, we just need to ensure that we have enough space to display all our data. So it looks like I need more space for the two more records, two more fields. So I got to adjust more. It's quite challenging in the sense that especially when we need to have like this one, the positions are we need to make sure that the words are fully visible, right? So it may overlap with the others. So what we need to do is we really need to adjust until all our data can fully visible. So I may need more space here. So we can select all of them and then adjust together. So this is how I ensure that all my data are fully visible. Then after that, we have single page wide done. So we're going to do the sorting. So sort the data in ascending order of nationality, then descending order of position. So go to add sort. So ascending order of nationality. So nationality, ascending order. Add one more time. So descending order of position. So choose position, descending order, so largest on top. So just now is A on top. So based on the nationality, they have the position in descending order. Okay. Then we have the title included. Then we need the calculation. So we need to calculate the numbers of athletes at the end as a integer value. So since they never mention where shall we put this value, right? So we can choose any relevant positions to include it. So in this case, I'm going to just make it below last name. So we can go to select the one of the column, okay, one of the field, then go to count record. So the record will be shown at the bottom. If you go to the design view, you can see that they are using the count asterisk. So they count how many records in this report. Then next one, you need to actually include the label, numbers of athletes to the left of the value. So we need to use a label, put it to the left, and you type in number of athletes. So after you type in, remember to adjust until all your data are fully visible and they are right beside the count value. So you can go to print preview, and this is the first page, and you have second page showing the records. So there are 42 records being written. Okay, then next one, we need to show only your name, center number, candidate's number as the footer, no other records. So what we need to do is at the design view, you have to delete the box, okay, the text box for equal now, which is to include today's date and also the page number. So your detail should be in the page footer. So we're going to put it at the page footer. So your name, center number, and candidate's number. So I will encourage you to actually make it black color font size and font color, so it is clear when you actually print it out. So this is how it should be for your printout number 3. So you just need to have a look in your print preview and then hit the print button to print out your printout number 3. Then next one, evidence 7. Place in evidence document screenshot showing the database formula to calculate the numbers of athletes. So what we have to do is go to the design view, okay, of your report. You need to screenshot, show us how this formula, what is the formula you use. So in evidence 7, this is what you need to include. Then last one, in task 3, export the report you created in step number 23 in PDF format, and the export file should be file name as senior. So place in the screenshot show the export file saved in your work area. Make sure that the evidence of the file type is included. So what we have to do is we need to export this report into PDF. So in the print preview, you can go to PDF output or click on the report, right click, export, you choose PDF. Both methods are workable. Okay, so this round you have to save it as the file name senior and then publish. So this is how it looks like in the PDF file. So for your screenshot, you need to go to your file and you have the senior file over here, right? So make sure that your PDF is shown. You can always ensure, okay, you can always ensure that your file extension is shown and then adjust the file type. So this is how you should screenshot for your evidence. I repeat one more time. This is what you should screenshot for your evidence. So put it in your evidence document, your senior file, PDF format. So that's all for this video in the database task. I hope this will help you in your problem solving. See you in my next video. Bye bye.